Welcome back. And today it's been requested that we talk to Barrie Colts defenseman Kashawn Aitcheson. And Kashawn, I think a lot of people really into your style of play. I've had a few emails saying, when are you going to have Kashawn Aitcheson on? And thank you for doing this today and getting a chance to chat a bit.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I know it's been a busy week for you preparing for, well, you got Christmas break coming up, but yesterday you were giving blood at the blood donor clinic. Was that your first time doing that?
Yeah, that actually was my first time, yeah.
And how was that experience for you?
Honestly, I was a little bit more nervous than I expected. I saw the other people go ahead of me. I'm like, oh, it looks like a pretty big needle, and obviously I didn't back out, but obviously it helps a great cause. It's really cool to know that you can be saving people's lives, and it's unreal.
And it's just, I guess, the life of an OHL player. You're in the community doing things like that. You're also at the schools. Is that something that you were prepared for when you joined the Barrie Colts to be doing all these community activities?
Yeah, honestly, like I didn't know much about it before, but once I knew about it, I was definitely prepared and even more excited. That kind of thing really excites me. Kind of makes me feel good when you can you know make someone's day, or put a smile on someone's face. It's always just a good feeling.
And this is now your second season with the Barrie Colts. When you were younger and you were looking at junior hockey, uh, what was your expectations going into junior hockey, or did you have any expectations going into it?
My expectations, I don't know what I expected. I knew it was going to be real hard. I knew it was a great league to play in, and it's going to be hard to adjust. I just wanted to do the best that I can, and at first I wanted to just make the team, and then obviously as you make it and you have the opportunity to learn the league and play a few games, obviously you want to put up some production. So I obviously wanted to learn the league at first, and then kind of bring the production after.
And last year, you were sitting on the sidelines for a good chunk of the regular season. Obviously, the Colts last year, a very veteran laden team, but it seemed as though every time you were on the ice, you had this big smile, and it seemed like you were just embracing the moment last year. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like it was last year I was embracing it, but it's always just when I'm on the ice. It puts a big smile on my face. I think ever since I've been playing, I just love the game, and uh, playing it, it's just unreal.
And when you scored your first OHL goal in Kingston near the end of the regular season, I think there was a lot of us who were just when we saw your scream of excitement and just that big smile. I think a lot of us were cheering for you as well because that was huge there in Kingston.
Yeah, that was a unforgettable moment. That was just it was an out of body experience for sure. Just when I saw the puck go in the net, it honestly didn't even feel real. And obviously, waiting that long to get your first one, yeah, it was unbelievable.
And for this season, obviously with other defensemen moving on like Grant Clark, and then now with Boaki out with injury, you're being counted upon a lot more this season. How are you finding the extra minutes?
Honestly, I love it. I feel like I'm a player that steps up in big moments, and I play better with more pressure and more eyes on me. And I think I was ready for it, and the coaches saw it, and I took advantage of it.
And the other thing I've noticed about your play is that you're not afraid to stand up against other players, or if someone takes a run at a teammate, you're right there to protect your fellow line mates. So is that a part of your game that you're proud of, that you can have that physical side and that you're not afraid to mix it up with an opponent?
Yeah, actually, I don't know how I got it, but I guess just somewhere in my family, they're a little tenacious. So yeah, I'm honestly happy I have that in my arsenal. A lot of players, they can put the puck in the net, they can, put up points, well defensively, but I feel like a lot of players don't have the whole package, and that's kind of what I try and strive for. I'm trying to get my defensive game better, and then obviously stepping up when teammates need, and try to put the puck in the net whenever I can.
And you mentioned your family there, so you're from Toronto, so not too far from Barrie. What's your family's thoughts on your game here in Barrie?
They're having a lot of fun here. My grandma though, every time I do drop the gloves, she's always a little on edge. She never watches. And then I show her the video after and she's just flinching every punch I throw or the other person throws, so it's pretty funny.
And just last weekend, we had the big game against the Mississauga Steelheads with the overtime winner. What was that experience like? Coming back and snapping that 4 game losing streak.
Yeah, obviously we were on a 4 game skid, so we knew it was a big game. We couldn't keep it going and we were going to the third and we were down, but we looked to our leadership group. They led us well. They got us going out there flying in the third period, and obviously, just it was a team effort to come back from a 2 goal deficit, and everyone had to step up to make that happen.
And we see on the socials for the Barrie Colts how often you're featured wearing some pretty amazing suits. you, you got a pretty awesome suit game.
Yeah, honestly, I think I take pride in that. I feel like look good, feel good, play good, right? So I just try and be the best styling guy out there.
And I've seen Bo Gelsma. He's shown up in a nice hat a couple of times there. Do you guys ever take notes or try and one up one another?
Yeah, we're always trying to outdress each other, I guess we would say, but we both, I guess, just know we're both pretty well dressed.
Yeah, and if it helps with your game, it gives you that extra confidence. Why not?
Exactly.
So this weekend, you got the road trip to Brantford, and then you take on the first place Kitchener Rangers on Saturday. What are your thoughts going into this final weekend before the Christmas break?
We have to finish this weekend off strong, I think. Obviously, we beat a good Mississauga team over there. They've been playing well, so we can build off that. Have a good week of practice, and hopefully go into Brantford real hard. They're going to be coming out flying after we beat them at home, so they're going to want that back, and we take them there. And obviously, we're going to want some revenge on what Kitchener did to us last time we played them. So yeah, we're looking for a big game at home against them.
Well, okay, Sean, thanks for doing this, and all the best the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was Barrie Colts defenseman Kashawn Aitcheson, and that smile is just infectious. And it's just been great to see his development with the Barrie Colts. And as we touched on last year, didn't get a lot of ice time throughout the regular season, but when he got on the ice, he took his opportunities. And this year, being rewarded for it, getting a lot of top line minutes, even on the power play and in overtime. So Kashawn Aitcheson getting the job done. And like he said, they want to get some revenge against the Kitchener Rangers on Saturday. That's going to be a big game. It's a 7 o'clock or 7:30 puck drop at the Sadlon Arena on Saturday. We'll have the game on Rogers TV. Gene and I will have the call, and after the games, we'll have a recap as to how that game transpires. So put your comments down below, your thoughts on the upcoming weekend for the Barrie Colts, and if there's another Barrie Colt player you'd like to see featured here from the booth, let me know in the comments down below as well. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon.